I was just on the phone with about 2 short form agency owners who were looking at joining CMRR. Now they wanted to create high ticket monthly recurring revenue. They wanted to build up proven frameworks to consistently add recurring revenue, and they had a limiting belief. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys, the problem is that they wanted to go about their client acquisition, their lead acquisition via cold calling. So for those of you guys that don't know anything about sort of the short form space or the agency space or even the B2B space, cold calling is one of the lowest leverage activities that you can actually implement inside of your business. Now, the title of this video is called "You Are 12 Hours Away from Making $10,000" because it's statistically true. If you put like 5 hours of your focus, if you listen to what I have to say in this video, there's no crazy edits, there's no sexy dopamine hits. If you wait to see what I have to say in this video and you hear me out all the way, you'll be able to do the correct inputs to then get the outputs to make $10,000. So I'm going to cover everything from pricing to outreach to closing to things like that. So if I told you after you watch this YouTube video, you can go out, spend the hours doing the right inputs, and then get the correct amount of outputs that you solely desire. So you could work 5 hours on the right stuff, on the right funnel, on the right outreach system, on the right value prop, or you could completely scratch everything altogether and you can spend 50 hours doing all of the wrong things, optimizing everything in the wrong way, and you will yield a much worse result. Whereas if you were to spend all the correct amount on the right stuff. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining how you can fish with a rod and attract the people that you want to attract the prospects that you so desire, and instead of fishing with a spear and having to try to, I don't know, like hit the fish with the freaking spear, because it's obviously a lot more ineffective. So biggest misconception we have here is B2B and B2C. Who are we talking to? Now, the biggest thing that we have right now is a lot of agency owners, a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants, when they want to stack recurring revenue or they want to sign clients, they get it confused. They get B2B and B2C confused. You're speaking to a different type of customer avatar. B2B people are much more logistical. If they're over $20,000 or $30,000 a month, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to sell them the dream. Now, they know where they want to go and they have a desired outcome, but they're much more logistical thinkers because they've scaled their business to that $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month mark. And so it's not fair to assume that you can approach somebody who's B2C, who's obviously a consumer who you can sell a dream to, sell them a dream in that sense, and then deliver on the dream and the implementations and stuff. It's much easier to sell that avatar than it is for B2B. Now, B2B is much more analytical. It's much more, this is the X, this is the Y, this is the Z, and this is what we do. And after dealing with both of these customer avatars, I figured out that, it's not necessarily harder to sell to one, but in order to actually leverage your time the most, you have to understand your key avatar. So specifically, if you're a coach, agency owner, or fitness trainer, like whatever it is, if you're B2B or B2C, understand where do they hang out. If you were B2B, and then I told you to go on Snapchat and then try to add up business owners and do outreach, what would you say to me? You'd probably say, why the hell are you telling me to go on Snapchat and add up business owners and outreach to them? That's stupid. That's the same way we kind of look at you guys when you guys say that you want to go about cold calling 24/7. It's like you could do anything else and it would be more leverage than that. You could literally probably walk to the nearest brick and mortar and then pitch them and be more effective. Now, not to bash cold calling or anything here. I'm going to give you guys implementations. And so the biggest thing that we have to do is figure out where do they stay. B2B, go to LinkedIn. B2C, go to Instagram. That's it. That's the most simple thing I can tell you. Now, there's quantifiable metrics that you can track when you send out outreach. So if you send out, let's say you send out an outreach message. Let's say this is the outreach message. What's the first barrier that you'll actually run into when you send out an outreach message? Okay, let's say you send out 100. The first barrier that you'll hit is just no responses. So in other words, if you're looking to make this amount of money, you have to sign clients. In order to sign clients, you have to generate leads. How do you generate leads? You have to generate traffic. How do you generate traffic? Paid ads, cold DMs, cold calls, whatever it is. So then we can leverage what we can automate because you're only as strong as your systems. So if you spend 100 freaking messages every single day on cold manual outbound and you're getting a 10% response rate, you can then optimize it from there. You can try different hooks, try different outbound messages, try different scripts. And so the biggest thing that you can do as far as leveraging where to find your next clients is not going to be cold. You're going to want to go through all of your old clients, and this is a phantom trick that I teach my clients in CMRR, because they want to stack on this recurring revenue and they don't really know where to start and they're kind of confused. The biggest thing I can tell you is to leverage what you already got. So for instance, leverage your previous clients. Now, if you have no previous client experience, I bet you have contacts in your phone. There's absolutely no excuses. I would say go ask your clients. I was on a coaching call with one of my clients, Sean, and he said that he used to do website page designs for like 25 plus clients. And now he's in the med spa space running ads because he's an agency. He's a marketing agency. And he's not getting any leverage in that space. And I said, look, you're super, super, super cash strapped. This is a very unconventional thing to go do, but go ask your previous clients why they signed with you. What was the biggest enticing factor of why they signed in the marketing agency and in the web design? And then use that as buffer. And then ask them if there's anybody who would benefit from your services who they might know. And so that immediately puts you in contact. Now, if you guys use Go High Level and you have opportunities, or if you even don't use Go High Level and you just have old leads in your DMs, old leads in your LinkedIn messages, shoot them a one-time offer. Say, hey, look, I'm shooting this to about 10 different business owners. I know we've talked before about XYZ. I just want to let you know that I'm offering blank, blank, blank for XYZ, and just say the price. Like for me with CMRR, I know exactly what they're getting. They're getting 5 new high ticket clients and $10,000 in new MRR in 30 days using our recurring framework. So I feel comfortable saying that it's just $2,000. It's just $2,000. And so when business owners hear that, it's a huge green flag because it just limits the time of having to hop on a call and all the bullshit on the sales call. So you have to understand that you can reach out to previous people who you've spoken to. I bet you there's at least 5 contacts in your old LinkedIn messages, in your old IG DMs, in your old cold email, in your old even cold calling list who was on your radar and people who picked up and actually sounded interested, you didn't close them. There's at least 10 people who you didn't close. Go reach out to them right now and shoot them a one-time offer. I already told you what you're going to say. Hey, I know we talked before about XYZ. Just want to let you know I'm running a one-time offer. Blank. Reply yes if you want to hear more. Simple as that. And these people they already know who you are. So it's not like you're having to shoot blind out in the dark. The next thing you're going to do, and I know this is kind of counterintuitive to entrepreneurs because we don't like this term, hourly wage. If I were to sit next to you in your business and we were to spend all day together and I were to sit right beside you and you were to do the inputs of your business and I were to pay you money based off what moved the needle the most, how much money would you make? And if so, what are the tasks that yield you the most money? So in other words, if you're sitting on your computer and you're scripting out a YouTube video, how much money is that per hour? You have to quantify how much leverage is this helping out with my business. And here's a key tip. The biggest takeaways that you can understand is that for paid ads, that's the biggest lever you can pull down. If you have a winning ad creative, you can pour more money into it. You can test different hooks. If you spend an hour doing that, that is like $5,000 an hour. That's how much it's worth because you probably sign a client sign a client or two, whatever. You have to quantify what am I doing that's going to get me the largest results. And so I have like a funnel here set up that I'm looking at, and it's my daily acquisition inputs sorted by how much is this really moving the needle in my business. So YouTube video, it moves a decent amount. I'd probably say about 40% moving the needle in the business for consistency, show up rate, and branding. But then I have $40 a day into a newsletter ad. That's moving 90% of the needle. That is probably $1,000 an hour task if I'm creating and launching a newsletter campaign. Actually making, scripting, and publishing the daily newsletter and the revenue, which the first link down below shows you how to make $10,000 to your offer and monthly recurring revenue. Making that is 80% moving the needle. That's a very high income, high leverage task that I'm doing, because in the newsletter, at the very end, I say, look, if any of this interests you and you want to start scaling your business with recurring frameworks and you want to sign less clients and make more money, book in a call or just buy into CMRR and add $10,000 to your offer in 30 days and monthly recurring revenue. So now that we've like kind of established, I want you to take a deep dive into your business, because this is what I do in my audits for my clients. Like, I want you to take a deep dive into your business. What are you doing every single day? List out I know it's hard, I know it's painful. List out just all of the BS activities that you're doing, and then really analyze it from like a third party perspective if you were somebody else, and think like, is this really the most leveraged tasks that I could be doing? And make a list of those 10 activities that you're doing every single day. Scripting, YouTube videos, ads, reading. Reading is debatable. It's like low leverage for the time being, but it can be high leverage. So a lot of this stuff is debatable, but is reading a book going to get you more leads? No, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. Getting you more leads is going to be talking to more people and generating more traffic and speaking face-to-face with guys over Zoom. That's what's going to get you more clients. Sending out those messages, setting up those cold email campaigns is extremely high leveraged, and it's a lot of money an hour. So write out those 10 tasks, those 10 lists of what you are doing every single day, 10, 15, whatever. I think delete some of those. You'll figure out when you're writing them out, like, oh, I'm doing this. This is so unnecessary and frivolous. I should not be doing this. It's not moving the business forward. It's not signing me more clients. Why am I doing it? I'm spending 2 hours a day on it. So, like I said, you want to go ahead and get into your past leads' minds. You want to give them a one-time offer, whatever it is. Do you have an email list? Do you have anybody lost in your funnel? Do you have a social media platform with any followers on there that are possibly business oriented or that may be interested in what you have to sell? Do you have contacts on your phone? Like, there's so many different ways. We live in the digital age. Like, with one click of the story button, some of my friends can reach 30,000 people on a story or 10 million people on a reel with one click of the button. That's never been ever possible in the history of mankind. Being able to leverage and get in front of that many eyeballs that quickly without spending millions on paid ads, you're literally getting in front of 10 million people organically for free. That's crazy. That's a lot of attention. So go into your past leads, hit up all your contacts, post on your story that you're running a one-time offer, because you are only 12 hours away from making $10,000. And if I were to go do this right now, I actually did this 2 days ago. I literally went in my opportunities pipeline, and then I shot everybody a text, like 25 or 30 people, prospects. Hey, it's Patrick. I know we talked about joining CMRR earlier to establish these recurring frameworks and to add $10,000 in new monthly recurring revenue to your offer. If you're still interested in signing your next 5 high-ticket clients using a proven system, I want you to go ahead and shoot me this number back. Then we can go from there. And I hit them up. And had a solid amount of people actually join CMRR, like 2 or 3 guys out of the whatever I said, joined. That's a very high leverage task. Just trying to bring the dead back alive. Like that's something you can easily do for free. The only thing that's in front of you is your ego. You're scared to hit them up. That's it. You're just scared to talk to them. You're scared to hit them up because you don't want to sound pushy. You don't want to sound salesy. But guess what? If you have a product that you stand by, if you have a product that you solely believe in, that you know can change the business owner or consumer's life, you should have 100% conviction in selling that. And you should have no hesitancy. And you should feel obligated to not pitch them over and over again continuously, but if you just talk to them a few times and then it's been a month since you last talked to them, you should feel confident enough to hit them up. Like, have some confidence in your service. And if you don't, then work for free. Then don't charge them. Just ask to work for free. And I promise you that they probably will take you up on it. That's exactly how I'd add $10,000 in 12 hours. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap. I'm going to end off the video. So, B2B, B2C, understand who your target market is. Stop doing these low leverage cold calls, anything like that. Set up high demand campaigns. If you want to do the cold route, just set up a damn cold email. Just buy 5 domains for like, I don't know, $30, $40, whatever it is, 5 or 10. And then just start doing that. Just create an email sequence, a 7-day email sequence, warm them up or whatever. whatever you have to do, that's so much more leverage and so much more automated than if you were to manually, hey, okay, cool, hangs up. Okay, hey, hangs up. Okay, that's so manual. And if you literally want to go down the cold calling route that badly, hire out some VAs or something. Like, there's so many different ways around it. Focus on what is the most leverage activities that you can do to move the needle in your business the most. So write down those 10 or 15 tasks. You should have already done this. If you're not doing this, do this right now, because you're not going to take anything away from this video if you don't take these notes. I know most of you guys have already clicked on this video. What is the most leverage thing you can do hour by hour to pour your money into? And then write that down. Make a bullet list. And what if I paid you by the hour? If I paid you by the hour, how much would you be getting paid for the tasks that you're doing? And then the last thing is go into the past leads, go through your email list, go through your contacts, anything in your mind, anything in your pipeline, social media, anything, make stories, make posts, make IG reels, make YouTube shorts, put everything out there, force as many inputs out in the marketplace as possible. And then something will happen. I guarantee you a door will open or some opportunity will come up. You just have to show your reality pretty much, just that you can fucking do this shit and that you're not scared. I'm going to leave it off right there, guys. If you guys want to build a predictable revenue system in your business and you guys want to stack high ticket MRR every single month, you guys want to sign your next 5 high ticket clients and add $10,000 of new MRR to your offer in the next 30 days, I encourage you, second link down below, go ahead and just buy into CMRR. It's $2,000. I have no issue with saying that. I'll go ahead and see you on the other side. Join the newsletter, The Revenue. I'll see you guys in the next one.